just wanted to do that today. I've been dying to do that all day. Hello and welcome. I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about our senses, our 5 senses. The 5 senses that we take for granted. The art of seeing, the art of listening, the art of touch, the art of smell, and the art of taste. We do have a 6th sense as well, our intuition, but I'll talk about that another time. And I was why I wanted to talk to you about this, I started to realise just how we don't appreciate our senses, or we take everything for granted because of something I was reading about the COVID. And many people, as you know, lose their sense of taste and smell with the COVID. And all the people who I know who've had COVID say it's the strangest feeling. Now, if you have flu and things, yes, we do often lose our sense of smell and our sense of taste for a day or so. But for the long-term COVID, or the ones that are really sick, many of them do not get their sense of smell back. And I was reading an article and they're saying they're having to retrain people or retrain the brain in recognizing smells. And so what they do is they get people who are suffering from this to find things that they used to really like the smell of, like the smell of grass being cut, like the smell of coffee or curry, very strong smells, and they take them individually and start to learn the smell again so the brain recognizes it. We all take for granted our senses, and one of them as a coach is our sense of listening. We don't listen to people. We think we listen to people, but so often in my therapy room, my clients say to me, nobody listens to me, or I'm not heard. And I think this is very true, because when we're talking to somebody or we're listening, we're actually not really listening. Very often our mind is thinking, oh, well, what do they want me to say to them? What do they want me to reply? What solution do they want me to find? Or even worse, well, what story can I tell that overrides theirs or is better? So our sense of listening is extremely important. We need to listen. We need to listen to people. We need to listen to ourselves. But we are bombarded today with noise. Everywhere there's noise. The noise of the street, the radio, the cars, the motorbikes, the aeroplanes in the sky. Everything is noisy, and we blank out a lot of our sense of listening. We need to start listening again. So how do we do this? We just sit and be quiet and listen to the sounds around us. Just listening for one particular sound and growing that sense, feeling that sound within us. And all the other sounds would then fade away. I sit in the garden every morning or day and listen to the birds. We can all listen to the birds. Even if you're in a city, you will hear birds. So to encourage you to start to reconnect to your sense of listening, really listening, take time out and listen to the birds. Or right now, close your eyes, breathe, and just listen to the sounds around you. And then see if one in particular pulls your mind, and listen to that. And see how that sound grows and all the other sounds fade. We start to become aware of our sense of listening. And whilst you've still got your eyes closed and you're hearing that sound, let's put the sound of your name into that listening. So just say your name. And your name, the sound of your name, that has a lot of power in itself, will join that sound you've been listening to. Just listen. Now, sometimes people will say to me, the sound of silence is deafening. Well, that's true, it is. But if you listen long enough, you will start to hear the sounds around. Okay, you may open your eyes now if you wish, or you can carry on closing your eyes as I talk about the art of seeing, the sense of seeing. Yes, we all most of us are fortunate enough to have our full sight. As you get older and our sight fades, or it's distracting. My eyesight is not as good as it used to be, and I find it very distracting, but we're lucky because we can put glasses on to help us to see, because I love to notice things. But when you've grown your sight in full use, you don't need glasses, you've got perfect 20/20 vision, we kind of take it for granted. We actually don't really see. We don't really take notice of what's around us, we just go through our life. So we don't really see the colours that are around us. We don't really see the tears in someone's eyes when they're feeling sad. We don't really notice the beauty around us. And it's not really until later on, when we start to lose our vision, that we learn how lucky we are to have had that 20/20 vision. And people who can't see, their other senses grow stronger. But we really need to take more notice of the things we see. Be present in our life and notice things around you. I mean, how many times do you drive to work or watch work, you've gone on automatic mode and you've not noticed anything? You haven't seen anything, just the road ahead. You haven't seen the beauty of the colours, or the raindrops on the window, or the leaves blowing. We really need to appreciate our sense of sight and the art of seeing. And I can talk about that for a long time, but I'm just touching on the subjects. And then there's the art of smell. Smell is extremely powerful. And if you think of things that you like to smell, and the poor people with the COVID who cannot smell say it's really very almost frightening when they can no longer smell things that were familiar to them. You see how animals, especially cats and dogs, they use their sense of smell. We as humans seem to have forgotten to use our sense of smell. Yes, if we spray a beautiful perfume on us, we really appreciate it, we breathe it in, and then we let it go, we forget. But the sense of smell can bring back powerful memories. The smell of baby powder on a baby, the smell of your grandmother's kitchen, the smell of your favourite beach and the sea, and the smell of the seaweed and the ocean. They're so powerful, and they can transport us instantly back into a memory, a happy memory, as well as a not so happy one. But we don't tend to remember the unhappy ones as much with the sense of smell. So use your sense of smell and appreciate it. Smell the fragrances in your room. Many of us in this part of the world, and probably all over the world, we burn incense a lot. We burn frankincense, bahor, myrrh, sage. I love those smells, and they not only do they clear your space, but they really heighten your sense of smell. So appreciate it, and appreciate the smell of the flowers in the garden and the rain on the grass. So very important. And then there's the art of the sense of taste. We are all very good at just shoveling our food in our mouths these days, and we don't always really taste what we're eating. And if we did taste what we were eating and took the time to enjoy it and savour it, maybe we wouldn't eat as much. I know I'm a culprit of this. I eat chocolate and I just want to keep eating it. But if we took just one square of chocolate and put it into our mouths and savoured every flavour, sucked on it, felt it with your tongue, and the flavour would grow. So this art of tasting. Licorice is an amazing one to taste. And you can put it on the front of your tongue or the back of your tongue and feel and taste your food, because when you taste it, you actually start to feel it. And this is about becoming aware, and it teaches you to appreciate what you're eating, to appreciate your food, and to be grateful for the food and the drink that we have. So next time you're eating, taste it, really taste it, and you'll be surprised at how it will make you feel. Taste and smell go together very well, so when you take one away from the other, it does cause a lot of confusion in the brain. And people who I know have had the COVID, I'm using the COVID because it's so the right thing to use at the moment, because it's so prevalent to all of us. It's been very interesting me listening to them and hearing what they say and how it's affected them and how they're so grateful. And I had one friend, all he wanted to be able to taste vanilla ice cream again. And he sent me a picture on the day he'd been without the sense of taste for about 8 weeks. And he sent me a picture on the day that he was able to taste again, and he tasted that vanilla ice cream. He said he's eaten it every day since, and he really appreciates his sense of taste now. So, and then we have finally this sense of touch. Well, in COVID, we haven't really been able to touch our friends or hug, but the sense of touch is healing in itself. If you touch somebody when they're feeling sick or down or sad, that sense of touch is so powerful, and it instantly makes people better. And again, it's something that maybe we're going to all appreciate more now, but the sense of touch is about everything. Feeling the fabric of your clothes, the seat that you're sitting in, touching yourself, touching your arms, appreciating your body, appreciating you. Touch is vital for us, and we can all touch everything anywhere. And it's just taking the time to feel and appreciate that sense of touch. And when we appreciate our sense of touch, it brings us back to ourselves. So I'm going to give you a little exercise today or tomorrow, whenever you can. Is the next time you're in the shower, or if you have a bath, just really feel, allow yourself to feel the sense of touch, the water on your skin, the soap that you're cleaning yourself with. It's such a wonderful way to notice that sense of touch. But if you get in the shower and you allow yourself to feel the water on your skin, maybe listen to the sound of the water dripping or running, and use all your senses, you'll enjoy your shower even better. It'll bring you back to you, and you will appreciate that sense of touch. And then afterwards, you dry yourself with your towel, whether you like to have a hard towel or a soft towel, and put your clothing on you, and just feel that clothing as it touches your skin. Or you lie in your bed in clean sheets and enjoy that sense of touch. Of course, there is one other sense, the sense of the sixth sense that we call it, and this is your perceptive abilities, your intuition, your psychic abilities, and we're not going to touch on that today. We're going to do a whole episode on that. But I just really wanted to bring you to a sense of awareness today about our senses. I want you to go home or wherever you are, and really taste something today. Listen to something, listen to the sounds, feel the touch, take the fragrance in, and see something. Maybe if you really use your eyes and you use your sense of seeing, you'll see something that you have walked past every single day of your life and you've never actually seen it, because you're going to take note and be present and be aware in your life. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's been wonderful talking to you, and enjoy and go out there and start using your senses, and you'll feel a whole different world, you'll feel a whole different person, and you may appreciate the beauty of our senses and the beauty of you. Thank you.